Hello everyone, a very good morning to all of you. This is Sajid Khod and I welcome you all to my channel Creative Tutorials with a very big heart. Okay dear children, first of all I would like to say sorry to all of you. Actually from quite some time I was not keeping well and later I got busy with some of the important the meetings. So because of which I could not make a video and upload the same. Okay, so now I'm back again, all right, and I hope that now onwards hopefully I will try to upload my videos regularly. Okay, so today we are basically on textbook page number 84 and 85 where we will take care of two solved examples. Okay, the first example is, in the given figures, parts of triangles bearing identical marks are congruent. State the test and the one-to-one correspondence of vertices by which the triangles in each pair are congruent. Okay, so you can see here we have subquestion 1, then here we have subquestion 2. In subquestion 1 we have two figures, in subquestion 2 as well we have two figures being given to us. Okay, here we have two figures by name triangle PQR and triangle UTS respectively. Okay, where you can see that this and this sign, right, now they are identical marks basically. Similarly, these are two lines being drawn over here. Same we have here also. That means these two are identical ones. And the third one is this and this, which are identical. Okay. So you can see that PQ and UT, which are bearing identical marks. Okay. They are nothing but the sides of the triangles. Okay. So one and this one. Okay. So one pair of corresponding sides are shown to be congruent. Then this and this, okay, are the corresponding sides of these two triangles, okay, and second pair, in other words, which are also being given to us as congruent, and the third one is this and this corresponding side, okay, which are congruent. That means these two triangles are congruent by side 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 or side side side. Okay, so these two triangles are congruent by side 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 test of congruence. That is SSS test. Okay, so you see by SSS test in the correspondence PQR to UTS. Okay, so by SS test means these two triangles are congruent by SSS test, because the question is asked to us right now. State the test right now. Okay, state the test by which the triangles in each pair are congruent. This is the first part, and the second part is the one-to-one correspondence of vertices by which the triangles in each pair are congruent. Okay, so one-to-one correspondence is PQR in one-to-one correspondence with UTS. You can see if I remove this triangle and keep it on this right now, so it will get superimposed. Okay, so you will not come to know that whether P is in the front or vertex U is in the front. Okay, because they will get superimposed, they will get overlapped. Okay, similarly Q and T will get superimposed and R and S vertices will get superimposed. Okay, so P and U. So see, first is P, here first is U, second is Q. Okay, so Q and T. So Q is second position, T is second position. Third one is R, and here is S. So R and S. So in this with this one-to-one correspondence and with this test of congruence, these two triangles are congruent. Okay, dear children, I hope that it's very clear. This is subquestion 1. All right, let's come to subquestion 2 now. Okay, you can see clearly here they are giving us two triangles. One is triangle ADB. The second triangle is CDB. Okay, and in this triangle, this is DB or BD, whatever you call it. Okay, it's a common side for both the triangles. Okay, so let us see now. Here they are giving us this cross mark and this cross mark. Correct now? So that means, and this cross mark is indicating angle. So this angle and this angle, they both are congruent. Then you can see here also they are giving us two identical marks. So even these are congruent. Okay, so you can see in triangle ADB and triangle CDB. Okay, angle ADB, this angle is congruent to angle CDB, right? So these two angles are congruent. One pair of angle we have got congruent now. Second one is this one. So angle ABD is congruent to angle CBD, right? Because they are given to us with identical marks. That is, these two angles are congruent. Correct? So we have got two pairs of corresponding angles as congruent. Okay? And in both the triangles you can see that as I told you some time back, that DB or BD, this is a common side, right? Because DB or BD is one of the side for triangle ABD. Similarly, this DB or BD is one of the side for triangle CDB as well. Okay, so that is when one side is common for two triangles, okay, that side is congruent. But of course, okay, so DB and DB both are congruent. Okay, that means in both the triangles we have got one pair of angles, corresponding angles I am to say, as congruent, then one pair of corresponding side as congruent, and then the third element which we got is one more pair of angles, that is corresponding angles which are congruent. So by angle side angle test, so ASA test of congruence, these two triangles are congruent. Okay, so first part is taken care of. Let us see the second part, that is by what by which one-to-one correspondence, okay, they are congruent. So you can see that I have written here in the correspondence DBA to DBC. So now you see for this triangle, suppose if I triangle DBA, suppose if I go in this way, for example, and for this triangle if I go in this way, DBC, this way, okay, so my D is the first vertex, okay, which is common for both the triangles. So my D and D will get superimposed. That means suppose if I cut this, or if I fold here, and if I superimpose this triangle on this, so vertex D will remain there only. So vertex D of one triangle will get superimposed by the vertex D of the second triangle. Okay, then B and B. Similarly, vertex B is also common for both the triangles. That means when I fold this, suppose if, in case, so my B vertex will remain there only. Okay, so B will get superimposed. So B vertex of one triangle will get superimposed by the B vertex of the second triangle. Okay, so B. The now last one is A and C. So my A will get superimposed with C. Okay, that means what? So my angle side angle or ASA test of congruence and in the correspondence DBA to DBC, okay, these two triangles are congruent. Okay, dear children, so I hope that the end solution of sub question 1 and sub question 2 both were very well understood by each and everyone. Perfect. Now let's go to question number 2. Okay, so question number 2 says that in each pair of triangles in the following figure, parts indicated by identical marks are congruent. You can see sub question 1 has these two figures. In sub question 2 we have these two triangles, these two figures. Alright, and you can see that there are some identical mark. Okay, this, and this and this. Okay, then this and this and all. Okay, so these are showing that they are congruent. Then a test of congruence of triangles is given below each figure. You can see below this figure, this test is given to you, and below this figure, this test is being given to you. Okay, state the additional information which is necessary to show that the triangles are congruent by the given test. Okay, so you have to show that some additional information, okay, which is necessary to show that two triangles are congruent, right? Now, so in our previous videos also we had seen there are certain conditions, okay, or informations you can say, in other words, which are very, very important for us to jot down or to mention to show that two triangles are congruent. Alright, then, and then they're telling that with this additional information, state the one-to-one correspondence in which the triangles will be congruent. Okay, so at last we have to show that one-to-one correspondence with these two triangles are congruent. Come on, let us see. Now in this sub question 1 we have two triangles being given to us. One triangle is triangle LMN and the other one is triangle FDE. You can see that both these triangles are right angle triangles, but of course, okay, so we know that whenever there are whenever we are dealing with right angle triangles, okay, hypotenuse side test will always come into picture, right, as far as proving of congruence of two triangles is concerned. Okay, so you can see that for these they are giving us hypotenuse side test. Okay, so you see the solution is there in front of you now. So it is given that the given triangles are right angled, correct? So this I told you, both are right angle triangles. Why? Because one angle is 90 degrees in each of the triangles. Then one of the sides of triangle is congruent with a side of the other triangle. So you can see here, if we see side MN, this side MN is congruent with side this DE of triangle FDE. You can see these two are identical marks. That means these two are congruent sides. Okay, so the additional information necessary is hypotenuse LN congruent to hypotenuse EF. But why? Because they are giving us that these two triangles have to be congruent, Okay, by using this test, hypotenuse side test. Okay, so in the hypotenuse side test, we had seen that these two are right angle triangles. Okay, one condition is satisfied. Second one is one side is congruent. Okay, so in hypotenuse side test, side we have got congruent, but nowhere they are mentioning that the hypotenuse of these two triangles are congruent, right? So basically that is the additional information required for this sub question to show that these two triangles will become congruent. Okay, so we'll see that hypotenuse ln and is congruent to hypotenuse EF. This is that information which is needed here. Okay, so with this information, the triangles will be congruent in the correspondence LMN 1-to-1 correspondence with EDF. Okay, now let us see here. Now first vertex I have taken is L. Okay, suppose I am studying from L, correct? So with L, this vertex will coincide or will get superimposed. You can see these two triangles, though they are right angle triangles, but they are kept inverted, correct now? So you need to correct the positions of the triangles so that the adequate vertices, they get superimposed or they get overlapped properly. Okay, so my L vertex of this triangle and vertex E of this triangle will get superimposed. Then as far as my right angle is concerned, so M and D is over here. So angle M and angle D are right angles. So my vertex M and my vertex D, okay, from these two triangles respectively, they will get superimposed. Okay, so you can see my C is here M and D. Okay, so M and D, these are my second vertices being taken into consideration. The last one left is, but of course, N and F. Okay, so this vertex N of this triangle and vertex F of this triangle, they will get superimposed. Okay, so with that 1-to-1 correspondence, these two triangles are congruent. Okay, so this is the additional information which is required, and this is the correspondence with which these two triangles can be proved that they are congruent to each other. Okay, chalo. Now sub question 2, we can see that here also we have two figures, same like this one, how we have these two triangles attached to each other. In the same way we have here also something of that sort. Okay, and you can see that this cross mark and this cross mark. So in triangle ABC, this angle is with cross mark, and triangle ADC, this angle is with cross mark. Okay, that means these two angles are congruent to each other. So now the side CA of the two triangles is common. You can see side CA is one of the side of this triangle, and side CA is also one of the side of this triangle. Correct? That means this side CA is common to both the triangles. So the additional necessary information is angle DCA congruent to angle BAC. Why? Because you see they have given us ASA test. That means angle, side, angle. So as far as angle is concerned, one pair of corresponding angle is required to be is needed to be congruent. Second, one pair of the corresponding sides, okay, of two triangles should be congruent, and again the third element will be one more pair of the corresponding angles should be congruent, right? So you can see that as far as CA is common to both the triangles, so one side we have got, then one angle is this, one angle is this, so we have got one pair of angle, so one pair of corresponding angles is there with us given in the question. Then side we can easily see, though they have not given us with any mark, identical mark, but we can clearly see that CA is common to both the triangles. So we have got side also. Now the third challenge is one more pair of corresponding angle is needed to be shown that they are congruent. Okay, so that is which one? It is angle DCA is congruent to angle BAC. Where is DCA? Let us see DCA. Okay, I am just using my this marker now to show that. Suppose if I make say A, okay, so angle DCA, so DCA, this angle, correct now, should be common to angle BAC, that means this angle, correct? Okay, so if this and these two angles, okay, if these two angles, corresponding angles in other words, if they are congruent, then we can show that these two triangles are congruent by angle side angle test of correspondence. Okay, so we have got this also. So we have got that additional information which is required. Let us see now what is the one-to-one correspondence now. Okay, so with this information, the triangles will be congruent in the correspondence DCA in one-to-one correspondence with BAC. Let us see now vertex D and vertex B. So vertex D and vertex B. Suppose if I fold at this point, if I fold this figure at this line, okay, so this will go on that side. So point D and point B. In other words, vertex D and vertex B will get superimposed. Okay, so D and B. Second one is vertex C and vertex A. So vertex C and vertex A, okay, they will get superimposed basically. Okay, and then the last one is A and C. Vertex A and vertex C. Why? Because these two vertices, okay, they are in such a way that they are making one line or segment or side, you can say, of triangles, of both the triangles, which is common for both the triangles. Okay, so the additional information required to show that these two triangles are congruent by angle side angle test is this one, and the one-to-one correspondence which they are asking is this one. Okay, with this both the sub questions are taken care of. I hope that the solution of both sub questions of main question number 2, example 2 I mean, okay, is clear to one and all. Okay, it's very easy. Basically, we had done a couple of videos right now before doing this one. Before doing this one actually. Okay, so those who have seen those videos and they have practiced adequately or sufficiently will not find any problem as such. Okay, so this is so these are the solutions, my dear children. I'm done with and I hope that you have enjoyed the video. Okay, now I missed you a lot actually in these many days actually, but I could not make the videos the reason I gave you in the beginning. I'm so sorry. Okay, so hopefully now onwards my videos will keep on coming, okay, regularly, and so I love you all and study well, my dear children. Okay, I hope that your unit test must have been done. Okay, and now you must be preparing for your semester 2 examinations. All right, so study in full pace. Okay, give your 100%, rest leave all up to the Almighty. Okay, chalo. So stay tuned and stay blessed, my dear children. Study well, don't give up. Okay, so very soon I'll be back with my next video. Okay, till then, bye bye.